And welcome back. Well, maybe you've heard the phrase, people don't leave bad jobs, they leave bad bosses.
It's true. Over the years, our next guest was fed up watching business and even religious leaders create toxic environments. We are here with Janette Braverman. She has more than 20 years experience in IT and manufacturing industry. She is also the first African-American county board supervisor for Ozaukee County and owns her own consulting business. She's busy.
She's a lady boss.
She also wrote this book. It's 10 Reasons Communication Brings Transformation. Unleash Your Greatness. I like that.
Yeah, great to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here. I tell you, I'm excited. I was excited when I got the call yesterday. I stopped everything. And plus, yesterday was my birthday, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday!
So it's a great birthday present being here with you.
You're a mover and a shaker, doing so many different things. I think one of the things that, and this to one of your points, a lot of people listen to people who've done it. You're doing it. You're not just out there talking about greatness, talking about how to motivate, all those things. You're doing it. You're involved. You're part of the community every single day and business as well.
Yes, I am. And, you know, and I guess if I can answer the question even before you ask, the reason I did write the book is because over years and years of just dealing with toxic leaders, being a victim myself, you know, I just started journaling. For about 10 years, guys, I started journaling my experiences, and then as well as some of the conversations that I had with others, my employees and just others dealing with the same issue. And so I said to myself, you know, I need to put something out there. Well, first of all, every time I'd have the conversation, somebody would ask me, have you written a book?
Yeah,
right?
Because you need to.
Yeah. Exactly, right? And so I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this book out there because I really think we needed a resource for aspiring leaders, for seasoned leaders, you know, in ministry, in corporate, you know, just a tool that they can use to understand how to be effective leaders.
Well, and let's break it down a little bit because we want to know how to be an effective leader. But let's talk about some signs that a leader is toxic. What are some things you might see in a business leader or a professor, let's say, or a religious leader that are signs that it's not good, it's unhealthy? Right,
and I think a lot of us have dealt with these issues, and you can resonate with what I'm about to say. But a leader that is unempowering, a leader that, you know, they just kind of say what they want, treat you any old way they want. It's that person where you're in the corporate environment and you're wondering, how the heck did they get that job?
Yeah.
And why are they still there?
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Who's had a boss like that before?
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. And so, I mean, that really, those are the signs. I mean, and then the thing is the pain that they bring on the people. That's where the word toxic comes from, right? Because, I mean, when you ingest something toxic, and you were just talking to a nutritionist earlier, but when you ingest something toxic, it's detrimental to your body, right? So just the same thing goes along with the words that they're sharing, the words that they're putting out there into the atmosphere. I mean, it's detrimental to everyone around you, right? And so, you know, my goal is to just ensure that these leaders can be helped. All is not lost. They can be helped if they want to be helped, right? So my book has some tools and strategies about being an effective leader, an effective communicator, so they can read it, they can learn from it, but then also for those of us that have been victims of it.
Well, I have a question for you then, because do bad leaders or toxic leaders know that they're bad, know that they're toxic? Because I would think that this takes a lot of self-awareness and actualization for them to even pick up your book or try and better themselves.
So you're preaching now.
Go Pastor Tim.
See you on Sunday morning.
Exactly. So I really think that, one, self-awareness is huge, right? So you do have to look at yourself in the mirror and recognize what you're doing. In most cases, it has been my experience that they know what they're doing, right?
It's good to know.
And that someone has mentioned something to them. The thing is they need to be willing to change.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, the constant theme, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the constant
it's my
theme,
show.
I know.
No, I'm kidding.
I love you guys.
Go ahead.
I know. The constant theme that I see is that they lack communication skills, right? I mean, you guys have experienced it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I think, okay, now you can go. Thank you. Thanks. No, what I notice about someone who's toxic is they tend to be people who always shoot down ideas, and it's always no. It's not. Well, let's brainstorm and let's think of a way. It's no without a suggestion on how it could be a yes.
Exactly.
And I think that gets to that not empowering part that you mentioned.
Or listening.
Exactly.
Or listening.
are listening. And so one of the chapters in my book, I believe it's chapter 6, and it's called Listen, Respond, and Follow Through. So many toxic leaders, they just don't do that, right? And then I guess the other facet of that is when their superior sees that it's happening and they're not addressing it, that's a huge issue.
They're part of the problem then too.
They're part of the problem. So so in that chapter, Listen, Respond, and Follow Through, I'm challenging those leaders to do something about it, because typically you'll have an employee or you'll have someone in ministry say, hey, I'm dealing with this leader. You know, I've been working in their ministry for a while and they're horrible, right? So they've escalated the issue, but then nothing happens. So
talking,
I'm challenged,
no action.
Just talking and no action, right? And so then what do? They leave. Right, because they're just fed up. And so I'm challenging those leaders to do something about it.
Let's stop the good people from leaving, right? Here's where you can meet Janette. It's Friday at 7 o'clock at Boswell Book Company. You're doing leaderleavinglegacies.com is the website to learn more. It's going to be a book talk and a signing. You can learn more about all she does, as well as the 10 reasons communication brings transformation. Unleash your greatness.
You were wonderful to have here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Great
I
to
enjoyed
meet you.
it.
We loved it too. Stay put here.